Hello and welcome back to our tutorial series. In our last video, we have seen, how to add our employee details page. We have added the filter. We have added the sorting to our employee page. We are left with so many features. Like here, we don't want to display the add department. We want to display here add employee. But clicking on this button, we are getting the add EMP what you call selector. So that's fine. So we'll go to app emp selector and then we'll here display our add new employee details and we'll add our employee. So let's begin with that. So to do that, we just have to go back to our code, and here we can just go to add.emp.component.html. So I just want to close everything here, close all, and here add.emp.component. So for that, I just go up and in the add.emp.component.html, just double click on it, and here you see we have got this. So just select all and delete. And what you have to do is just go to add department.component.html. Just double click it and just copy everything from there, control C, and come back to add emp component, control V, and here we'll do the necessary changes so that our page works correctly. So to do that, let's jump to add emp.component.ts file. So I'll just add emp.component.ts file, and also I'll open add dp.component.ts file, because at the end of the day we are just trying to do everything like what we have done in the department. So let's do step by step. So let's just start doing changes with add emp.component.html file. So let us just figure out what changes we are required to do. So I'm just doing I'm just checking what fields we are using here, and then how we can make differences in that. So add component, here you can see there are two things. One is form submit, then here we have input group. Under input group, we have department name, and here we have read only department name. Sorry, here we have the department name for adding, and in the same way we want the department name, then we want we want employee name, then we want the rest of the properties. So I'll just save the time. I'll just copy the content what I have for the employee columns. So I'll just back in a minute. So if we just look at here, that here I have added like add new employee instead of add a new department, and here we are getting two errors on close, on submit. We'll make change for that. And inside here we have like employee name. So this is one div, and inside this one we have department. Okay, and inside this div. We have mail ID. We'll add date of joining in very shortly. So let us go back and check what we are getting here. Employees, and if I click on this, so I'm getting employee name, department name, mail ID, and let's just close it. So we have not written the function for that, so it will give that error. So if I just come here, if I just come back to our code, what we have to understand here is that we have added three columns into it. And one more thing that we want to change is, let's go back to our show emp dot component dot html, because show emp component dot html, and here we are saying add department, so we just have to change this to add employee. And if we just come back to our application, just to refresh employees, and here we are getting add employees, and after clicking on add employee, we are getting this button. Okay, we'll just come back to that, and I will do necessary changes so that it should work properly. Okay, so let us come back to our Visual Studio Code. Just close this show emp component.html, and let us see what we have in add emp component.html. Okay, so here we have added this button, and we are saying that the button color should be primary. At the moment, we are not getting the proper color over there. Uh, Yeah, so that's it. If we want to, come up with the solution of this, what we have to do is we have to go to add-emp.component.ts file, and we have to check what we have there in add-emp.component.ts. So on close, just copy that, and on submit, on close and on submit. I'm copying both the functions, Control C, and let us come back to our add-emp.component.ts, and here I'm going to add those two functions, and here it is showing the dialogbox.close is not there. Fine, we'll go back to add-app component, and we'll see what are the other important things we require. So I'll just copy the constructor completely from here. In fact, what I'll do is I'll copy everything from here and copy, and let us come back to add component, and here what we'll do, from constructor to ng on it, we'll paste everything. And here it is complaining us for the missing directories, missing imports. So click on it and add all missing imports. So whatever the missing imports are there, it will just bring it into our file. So you can see we have got all the missing imports here. uh, just check it very clearly. Okay, we have got everything. Now you see, we don't want department service here, we want employee service, right? So employee, employee service. So just click on it, click on bulb, click on this. So we have got the employee service. We don't want the department one, so just select whole and delete it. Okay, and then if we just see here, we don't want add dep component, we want add emp component, emp. Again, that is fine. We don't want add dep, so just and delete it. uh, Select that unused directory and delete it. Yeah. So add emp component mat snack, and here you see we don't want the department ID, we want the employee ID, right? employ, employee ID, and here we want employee name, and the rest of the fields, right? Employee name, then we have department. Let me just save the time and write it down, and I'll come back. So here I have made the necessary changes into our add emp component. Here it is giving a problem because we have not created this method in our service yet. So which is going to get all the department values here. So that we'll write in a bit. And the next thing is this dot form dot data equal to emp id. So again, we have not declared this form data within our add emp service. So we will that also we'll see in a bit. And then for add employee, we are simply calling the add employee. Okay, so the important part here is, let us go back to our employee service. And see what we are missing. So what we are missing is, here we have everything. So let's be very careful, like where exactly we are missing that part. uh, so yes, so here I think we just have to, remove this, and we have to add get a dep drop down list, and the department we need this. So just click on bulb and click the department because we require this within our service. And also there is one more error we just found. That was it is not taking the form data, so we just need to, okay, so date of join we have not, it is there, but now we have not added that value. um, so once after adding this dep drop down, we can just go back to our add emp component.ts, and here we can just review our code. So here we are calling our drop down refresh, and we have calling reset form. Okay, that is fine. And under form data, we have employee ID, employee name, department, mail ID, phone number. We are for now keeping it as 0, and date of joining as null. And rest of the thing will remain same. And if just go back to our add-emp component.html. So we'll just see what exactly the columns we have. We have add new employee in the beginning, then we have added the on-close functionality for that our model, and then we have the employee name, department, then we have mail ID, we have phone number, and then we have our date of joining, right? Let us see what we have in our application here. Click on employees. If I click on add employee, so here I can simply write something, and here I can select the department from the drop down, and let's say I am giving some email ID and 0002157, and let's say I'm just giving something, and if I click on add employee, so it now added the employee. If I just close it and see, so it should appear here. We'll see why it is not appearing, and in a moment we can just go back to our code and try to figure out what exactly the thing we need to do. So let's go back to our code here into add emp component.ts file. Yeah, so we are in our add emp component.ts file, and on submit, we are calling the add employee, and from the add employee, actually, we are calling our employee service, which is nothing but add employee. And when we are calling this employee, what basically we are doing our in our API is, if we just go back to our controller and employee controller, we can see that for a post request, we are expecting an employee to pass a proper date value. So we have just passed the text, that was the error. No problem. We'll end our video here itself. And what we are going to do is in our next video, we are going to use a date picker so that we will enter the proper date in our application. And without any errors, we should be able to add the employee into the database. So keep visiting our videos, keep visiting our channels. Please do like it, subscribe our channel, and please do share our videos with your friends. I hope you will learn something out of it. So we will see you in our next video. Until then, please take care and goodbye.